We are going to go ahead and start recording. So if you're just hopping on, this is going to be a training on how to create a dream team and what that means and how you really need to start thinking from the first experience you give that customer. And what I mean by that is, when we're talking about customer service, right? I want you to think your customer is going to be categorized into a few different groups. They're either going to be the customer, they're going to be a host for a party, they're going to be a referral, meaning that they refer you to all the people so that people can buy from you, or they're going to join your team. And all four of those categories are so important for you to understand, because for a really, really long time, we have been taught that a dream team member just means this, or a dream team member means that. And with a dream team member, you should send them out info. And there's just always been this straightforward way. And so I'm going to give you guys some background as to why I created this. And another leader who is one of my frontline, her name is Ashley. She's the one who actually made these forms. She's a lead consultant and she is a total boss. And these forms were based off of a discussion her and I had with her as the new consultant, and with me sealing the deal with her, which she actually did a grab bag party. But I want you guys to know who I collaborated with on this, because it's very important for y'all to understand that everything created on these sheets was not only something that I had input to, but it's also something a new consultant, she just finished her first 70 days. And a new leader, she just hit lead consultant last month. So it's a perspective from someone who is new. And literally when I met with her, she was like, Chloe, I don't know what to say. What do you do? So I'm going to tell you guys what I do, and I'm going to help you guys bless all the lives, because between this and Guide to Growth and the new customer follow-up form, is there anybody on here who's using that new customer follow-up form I made? So I have a bundle form, I have the checklist mail-out form. So between that form and this form that I've created now, you guys are really going to get an inside look at my brain and how my brain works, and how after 8 years, I'm still sponsoring, I'm still having high PRV. Guys, this is the highest my PRV's ever been this month. It's $9,000, and I cannot contribute it to anything else or think of any other reason except for customer service, being intentional, really being deep within my brand, and always expanding my customer base. And so we talk about all that stuff in Guide to Growth. But in saying that, right, that 9,000 PRV, here was my kind of issue with it. And y'all are probably like, issue, 9,000 PRV is great. That's great, but you only get paid off PRV for 1 month. Okay, so I want you to really think about this. So if you are wanting to be a leader, or you're like, I'm ready to lead, I'm ready to grow my team, you have to understand, let me get off Facebook. You have to understand that you are going to grow your paycheck when you grow a successful team. What does that mean? That means that you can't just sponsor and leave them high and dry. That's why a lot of people that experience or they don't experience success with promoting or being paid at title, it's because they're simply recruiting, but they're not training correctly, which is something we're really going to dig into next week on Guide to Growth. But my issue with 9,000 PRV is, oh, buddy, I got a lot of people I'm about to recruit. I got a lot of relationships I'm about to build, because I know, and you need to know, the higher your PRV is, and listen, 9,000 it's in my opinion, that's crazy. However, I didn't force anybody to do that. Those were online orders. That was I was following up with them using the system you guys have now. That's what I was doing. And that's what I've always kind of done. I've just never really had a system for it. So I'm going to show you guys the form that I created, and then I'm going to show you guys the mountain, which we went over both of these in Guide to Growth on week 3. So if you missed week 3, make sure you go back. Was anybody on week 3? Did y'all like it? It was bomb. Our SSDs, they brought it. They were not playing games. They were like, let's roll. So we kind of went over this, but now I'm able to show you the new dream team list. All right, I'm going to explain it to you. So let me go ahead and screen share with you guys. I'm so glad that it lit a fire in y'all on the training. I can tell you right now, it's lit a fire in me for sure. It's lit a huge, huge fire in me. So let's pull up first. Hang on, let me get out of here. While I'm pulling this up, drop a hand or tell me in the comment section, how do you keep up with your potential team members? How do you keep up with your dream team list? And be honest. We're going to be honest on this training. How do you keep up with your potential team members? So be specific. So what do you mean in your planner? Is it on a piece of paper? Is it in a notebook? How do you know when to go back and check it? How are you guys keeping up with your dream team members? Yep. No, and it's good. I really like hearing the honesty because, look, this is the issue. This is the issue. And I knew this month with my PRV climbing, I thought to myself, there's literally no way that I can put it in a notebook and remember. There's no way that I can jot it down on a sticky note, which that was something I did, or even using this dream team list. Look at that. It just didn't work for me. Look at that. Look at all that space I didn't use when I was using the other dream team list. And listen, this list may work for you. It's fabulous. This is a fabulous list. But the way that I think about it in your head, yes, Michelle Hall, and she's a director, guys. So this is like real brutal honesty right now. This is real life, and this is why I needed to create this. I needed it for me. You needed it for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's get started. And I think it's important too, especially we have all these people promoting and all these things happening. Guys, we have to have a foundational business. We have to have foundational things that we are putting in place for PRV sponsoring and training, or everything's going to get messed up and you're not going to get paid a title, and you're going to just freak the heck out and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I literally can't sustain. You will not be able to sustain whatever you're doing right now with recruiting, putting it on paper, doing whatever. Listen to Chloe Cox. It will not work. It will not last. And you cannot, and I want you to think, if you're a leader, before I share my screen, is what you're doing right now, can you replicate and duplicate that for your team? Can you show a team member exactly how to do what you're doing to keep up with how you sponsor people? They need that, right? Y'all needed that. That's why I made this. So, all right, I'm excited now. I'm getting pumped. I got my coffee, and I'm going to be honest, it's been a shitty day, but it's about to get real good, okay? It is about to get real good right now. So I have the chat box. I'm going to open it. If y'all have questions along the way, I want you guys to ask. I am going to put this on YouTube. All right. But y'all are my top priority, this team. So, and if y'all hear my dogs barking, just ignore it. All right. So we have, first and foremost, I have 2 different forms that I need for you guys to print out. Now, in week 3, Guide to Growth, these are loaded, and also the new dream team list is already loaded. So if you are on your computer and you do want to print this off, it's in week 3. You can print it off so you can follow along with me when I get to that in a minute. But first, I want to explain this mountain. Can everybody see my screen? Can you see the climbing to a recruit? Can y'all see it? Awesome, awesome. Y'all are so interactive. I need to do more 3 p.m. meetings. All right, so with Climb to a Recruit, the reason that me and Ashley decided to name it this and make it this way is for 2 reasons. Number 1, to sponsor somebody, 99% of the time, it takes intentional work. And you may have gotten lucky and had people that just joined, and that's great. But listen, Linda, that's not always the case. People aren't just going to flock to you because you have your website on your Facebook or your Instagram. Your real work in sponsoring starts with the host. It starts with the customer. It starts with that person who's obsessed with the samples you sent them. It starts there. And that's what I'm going to teach you. So we have 2 different mountains. So the first one that we're going to go over is the Earn a Kit. And Wednesday night, Wednesday night, Katrina, I just saw what you said. Well, you know what, Katrina? That's why you promoted to director, and that's why you're going to get paid a title, because you're a freaking boss and you're doing the work it takes to succeed. So I'm proud of you. Okay? Y'all got that for free. So let's talk about this Earn a Kit. Every single person should be offering Earn a Kits to your best VIP customers. Chastity, again, she talked about this on Wednesday. So make sure that you understand what the Earn a Kit is. Make sure you know the ins and outs of it. Make sure you understand the special things that they're doing this month for the online orders for the Earn a Kit. I always tell people, before you dive into anything, know your stuff. Yes, you need to move scared. Yes, you need to move and do the things. But when it comes to sponsoring, listen to me. If you don't know what you're talking about, they're going to go to somebody else. If you don't understand what the Earn a Kit is, if you don't, and we have in the week 3 Google Drive, we have signage for you to print off, to put in your parties, to put in your mail outs, to give to your host, to give to your best customers, so you can introduce what is an Earn a Kit. They're not going to know if you don't verbally tell them, and if you don't share with them in their orders what it is. Does that make sense? So we need to get in the rhythm, number 1, of learning about the Earn a Kit, sharing it with every single host, sharing it with every customer. So number 1, so when you are looking at, when I show you the form that I've made, that's in the Google Drive, you're going to see that it literally correlates with both mountains, which is super cool. Why? Because y'all need to see a visual and understand that the main 2 reasons somebody is going to be on a dream team, okay? And we'll go over this in a second, or not reasons, the 2 scenarios, okay, are going to be, are they going to do the Earn a Kit, or are they just going to buy the 99? That's how they join, one of those kits. So it's important that you understand, based off the kit that they're going to want, or based on the situation of that customer, this is how you are going to categorize them. So Earn a Kit, communication. Guys, this is so key. I was talking with one of my directors this morning on the phone about clear communication. Just like with your team members you have now, just like how I've always tried to do with you guys, you have to clearly communicate and build a relationship with your customers. If you are not treating every customer like the only customer, they will go to somebody else. They will buy from me. They will buy from someone who is showing that they show up, that they take their business seriously, that they're not lukewarm, that they're not half in. So the first step to climbing to recruit is going to be to establish a rapport. Establish a rapport, establish a relationship. You want them to trust you. Do you want to know why? When they trust you, they're going to listen to what you have to say. If they don't trust you, if you blindly text them or you blindly message them, right? That's why I will never teach you guys, hey, here's the message. Like, have you gotten some of those messages from other companies before in your inbox? And it's like this big, fake, long thing, and you can tell their upline told them to message everybody on God's green earth to join. That's not what we do. You need to build an authentic relationship with that customer. So before you think about recruiting them, listen to me. If you don't have a follow-up system, you better get your butt a follow-up system, because you are not going to recruit somebody that you have not built a relationship with. Okay, start with the customer. Have an excellent follow-up system. Use mine, or use the one Chastity has, okay, that I just showed you, or use Maven, okay? You have multiple options now on how to follow up. Your best customer can turn into your best recruit. That is the way that it works, okay? Now, you will have randoms join, and we'll get into that in a minute, but I want y'all to understand, if you don't have step 1, don't you dare go to step 2. If you don't have a relationship with that customer, if you don't know about their life, if you have not followed them on Facebook, if you have not followed them on Instagram, and if you have not literally like found out about them, not in a weird way, but in a way to where these are human beings. These are lives that you guys are changing. And we can't just blindly just offer people free and half off product when we literally don't have a relationship with them. Does that make sense? If y'all are in the chat box, comment and tell me that makes sense, because I want you guys to understand that too many people are going to step 2 before you do step 1. And I get it. Step 1's hard. It's hard to take the time to build a relationship with somebody when you don't even know if they're going to even care. Many of the customers I've even been following up with now from orders this month, some of them, when I send their follow-up mail, I always send them a picture of their mail so they know what they're going to get, right? Visual. I like to show them I'm doing what I say I'm going to do. Very important. You want to be a leader, do what you say you're going to do for your customers, period. Close the orders when you say you're going to close them. If you offer them something, give it to them, okay? So step one, establish that communication with them, establish that relationship, figure out, okay, they respond more when I do a voice text, if you can voice text, or they respond more when I send them samples after they order, or they respond well whenever they get a handwritten card. I do handwritten cards for everybody, every customer, every time. Why? Handwritten cards are one of the most basic acts of really showing that you care about somebody. Don't you agree if you really think about it? And so if anybody's ever gotten a card from me, you know I took the time to write it, right? So I want you guys just to start getting these things in your head about the importance of these customers. These customers are your lifeline. These customers are your buys, they're your hosts, they're your joins, they're your referrals, they're everything. So if you're saying you're struggling with your PRV, but you want to grow it, you need to figure out what you're doing with your current customers. And you need to figure out, okay, well, how am I even following up with them or building a relationship with them? And I'm going to guarantee you that you're not. Okay. So step two, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to offer them free and half offs. What, Chloe? I've known about free and half offs. Yes, correct. But when you have that relationship with that customer, when you're following up with them for the second, third, fourth time, are you saying it? Are you saying I can set you up a personal shopping link? Are you saying, look, you would have gotten paid X amount off your last order. I printed a editable copy in week 3 of what I put in my mail outs. I am going to assume that 5% of this team has even taken the time to open that and make it your own. You should be putting stuff like that in your mail outs. My customers now know you would have made $17, $30, $40, $50 off this order. Why? I'm putting that in there so when I follow up with them, that's the first thing I can say. And the second thing is it can lead into a party. Okay? Being intentional with how you treat these customers is key, is so important. It's so important. So you're going to offer them free and half offs. You're going to give them the options, all the party options, which I'm not going to get into because y'all learned about that from week 3. Number 3, you're going to hostess coach them. You're going to help them not only get to a $200 party. If you're that person who is hostess coach for your host to do the minimum, I want to challenge you now to start hostess coaching for them to get to 500 for multiple reasons. Free kit, 15% free product, 4 half offs total when they join because they get that perpetual party reward whenever they do the earn a kit with that. I give them that extra one. Yes, that's a personal special. Yes, you have to say that to the customer one-on-one. You cannot say that all over social media. I'm just saying that to cover myself because people be salty out there on YouTube. So literally, you're going to coach them to be successful. As your orders are coming in, number 4 is really important. As they are getting orders, whether they're online or if they are orders that they are texting you, this is one thing I do, and I think this is a key component in building a relationship with your host. I get my host, when they get orders from their customers on the order forms, I say, look, just text me pictures. I want to help you with the order forms. I want to help you with them. Text me pictures so I can make sure it's filled out correctly. So I can make sure everything is good to go. So I can make sure that the scents go with those categories or whatever. And when they text me those pictures, I literally say, look, you're doing all the work and I'm getting paid off of it. That is what I mean by being intentional about the join conversation and dropping hints. Also, as you're between 3 and 4, you are mentioning the earn a kit. Why? Because they already have the party in their hands. They're already doing the work. Listen to me. Stop being selfish and not sponsoring your best customers. You get paid off of their order one time. You get paid off a performing team every single month. Listen to me. Stop Stop not recruiting your best customers. You're hurting yourself. I just recruited my best customer last night with the Earn a Kit. She spent over $100 with me every month. But last night I explained to her, look, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not putting in this other order for you. You're going to order this from yourself. So I had an Earn a Kit and she signed up. And now guess what? Now I'm coaching her on her launch party. Do you see how that literally just transferred right on over? You need to make sure as that host is having that party, you are making it as successful as possible for them. You're pushing their limits, meaning you're helping them learn how to sell. You're giving them a bunch of samples. I don't even care if it's virtual. Have the host pick out five of her closest friends in the party and send those 5 friends samples. Make it work. Quit saying, oh, the coronavirus, stop. We're not doing that. Anchored Sense doesn't do that. Your business is going to work when you intentionally work. So make sure that when your host has that party, you're helping her or him get to that highest potential bracket of rewards so they can see, oh yeah, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. So number 5, that's going to be your party style. So you see that we're literally climbing the mountain. So 5, based off the party style, okay, whether it's a home party, whether it's a Zoom, whether it's a bingo, whether it's a bag party, whether it is a keep party, like a felt sample party that they keep, you are going to seal the deal. What does that mean? You're going to get them on the phone to help them close their party, or you're going to meet them in person. And why that's so important and why I'm saying that to you guys is because you need to show them that you're the real deal. Don't just text your host when you're going to close a party and say, hey, I know I mentioned the Earn a Kit. Do you want to do it? No. Get them on the phone. Get them on the phone. Get them excited. Show them, look, I plugged this in for you so you can see literally, let me flip the phone around if you're FaceTiming them. This is how much your kit would be, and this is all the rewards you would get. Oh, yeah, and also you're going to get paid for this. So when you're climbing to a recruit with the Earn a Kit, every single step is important. Every step. Number 1 is the most important, and don't skip a step until you've mastered the step before, okay? Now, they've joined, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10, we are going to talk about that next week. Number 2, this is pretty much the same thing, but it's a little different because this is just based off the $99 kit, or if there is a join special, which y'all know we do those throughout the year. Same thing. Number 1, you're communicating with them. You're building a relationship. I also forgot to say you're categorizing them in step 1. So are they a new consultant? Are they a VIP? Are they a host? What are they? What kind of customer are they? All right. So that way you can also know, all right. And you'll see when I show you mine. All right. So they're a VIP. So I know that they're already obsessed with the product, right? It's going to be a little easier to climb that mountain with a VIP as opposed to a new customer. A new customer that's interested in the opportunity, you cannot mess up with them. It's so important. They're new. So number 2, you're going to talk to them about the opportunity. You're going to share your story. You're going to listen to their story. You're going to get them on the phone. You're going to get them on the phone. I know it sucks. I know it's annoying, but you've got to connect with these people. You can't just think that you can message somebody or text somebody. And I think a lot of people are scared to get people on the phone because you've skipped step 1 entirely. We're skipping the communication part. We're skipping the rapport part. We're skipping this, let me build this customer to see who I am. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a mega introvert. So literally, if it were up to me, I would stay by myself all day, every day in my happy land of nobody. Okay? And I don't mean that bad. I'm just saying naturally, I'm introverted. So you can't use that as an excuse. That's never been an excuse for me to not work my business. That's never been okay, well, I'm not going to call them. And I've been there before where I've been like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And it's always been less successful when I've done it that way. don't skip steps in your business, especially if you're a leader. Listen to me. Not only are you going to hurt your business, but you're going to show your team the wrong way to build a business. And you need to be showing your team the right way to build a business. So you're talking to them about the opportunity, and it may be before you get them on the phone, they're talking to you in your DMs, your messages on Instagram or on Facebook, or you're texting them on follow-up, and they get excited about it. And you mention, hey, so again, in your follow-up with your customer that just got their little goodie bag in the mail from you when they ordered, or you could also send that digitally, okay? So don't think, oh, I don't have any money. Okay, well, you can literally plug in on any app with the form I gave you how much money they would have gotten paid for their order, and that didn't cost you any printer ink, okay? Solutions, Anchored Sense, solutions. We're not going to sit here and say we can't do this and that. You can and cannot do exactly what you say. So you're going to talk with them about the opportunity. You're going to drop a little hint about, hey, you can do an earn a kit if you want, or if you're ready to sign up right now, let me send you a little bit of information. Let me send you my join link so you can just read over it. And I would love to get you on the phone. Keep it simple, keep it personal. When you get them on the phone, share your story then. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be more real. It's going to be, and listen to their story. Don't talk when you're talking to a recruit. Let them talk. Ask them, look, how could this business bless you for real? Like, what could it do for you? You heard what it can do for me. What could it do for you? Like, I really want you to think about that. And I was coaching a new recruit this morning, and she literally joined to be her best customer. But I told her, I said, look, I want to get on the phone with you next week, and I really want you to just think about what Cincy could do for you. And this is after she joined, because it's the same thing. Even after you recruit them, you want to know why. Same thing as to when you're trying to recruit them. You need to ask them why. Get them thinking about what Cincy could do for them. Everybody's going to join Cincy for a different reason. Not everybody's going to join for the money. Not everybody's going to join for the trips. Some people are looking for a freaking community. Amen? Some people are looking for a group of women and men that are going to inspire them and not tear them down. We live in a crappy world. I'm going to be honest. There's mean people out there. There's just people that are not kind. Show them the community that they have within Anchored Sense groups. Show them what we have, because it's important who they join under. And I've seen this many times where people join under somebody because it's their family or their cousin. No, nobody needs to be joining under somebody because they know them or it's their family or whatever. People need to join under the person that knows what in the hell they're doing, that's building a relationship with them, and is going to say, hey, this is the expectation that you have from me. This is what you can expect from me. And that's exactly what I told my new recruit this morning. Number 3, you're going to kit coach. So I said in option 2, or in the second point, you're going to talk about the opportunity. So let me back up and say, when you talk about the opportunity, keep it very short, but don't go over the kits yet. I jumped ahead of myself. You're going to go over the kits on step 3, kit coaching. Okay. You're going to coach them. Hey, here's the kit options. Earn a kit, or 99, or if there's a Cincy, like some kind of Cincy join special. All right. And setting them up for success means that you are going to also share with them, look, again, this is the expectation that you're going to get out of me. We'll throw you a launch party. Don't even worry about the coronavirus, or even after the coronavirus. If you're watching this after, guys, when you set up a barrier and you say you're not going to help somebody launch their business, you're hurting your own business. So you need to be telling these people, look, I'm going to help you launch your business. I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm going to help you get set up for success. When you recruit somebody and leave them high and dry, and you just expect them to learn on the team page how to run a business, stop recruiting and figure out your PRV first. Work on high PRV. And then when you're ready to recruit, you need to be coached on how to do that by your upline, because you cannot simply recruit somebody and leave them high and dry. And I work with so many people in this group that aren't my front line because their upline doesn't work with them. That's not okay. And it shouldn't be okay for you to do. So I want you to understand that you have a responsibility to set them up for success. Tell them that you can do it. You can and cannot do exactly what you say. Number 4, again, you're going to be intentional, just like the earn a kit, but you're going to be intentional about the conversation. Don't word vomit. Do not word vomit. If you want to, this is the part where you can send them, or you can between 3 and 4, you can send them something in the mail, and you'll see whenever you see my communication method and the part after that, there's a checkbox. But with this one, with the $99 kit, so they're just going online and they're going to sign up, they need to know info. So you need to know what comes in the 99. You need to know what comes in the 59. You need to be intentional. You need to ask that person, hey, look, I would love to send you some info, but are you a reader? And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a reader. If somebody sent me pages of crap about joining, I'm not going to read that. But you send me a scent circle and just your story with some glitter and some candy, and I'm going to be like, oh, and then we get on the phone and we FaceTime and that person connects with me. That's a lot. I'm telling you right now, stop worrying about all the stuff that you want to put in join packets and just build relationships with these people, connect with them, communicate with them, have fun with this. They're joining you. They're not joining Scentsy. Scensy's just what you do. They're attracted to something that you have that caught their eye that they want to be a part of. So you need to hold up your end of the deal, and you need to be extremely intentional about how you're figuring out what their learning style is, or how they may just want to see the Why Scentsy video we made, right? If you know that they're a video person, hey, are you more visual or are you a reader? Boom, they're more visual. Here's the Why Scentsy video. Here's my Scentsy story in a scent circle. Let's have fun and call it a day. If they're a reader, you're going to send them all the things. You're going to send them all, the join brochure, and you're going to send them the compensation plan, and you're going to send them all of that. Figure out what kind of recruit you're working with. Number 5, they joined. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, you're coaching them to be successful. So here is the chart. Do y'all have any questions so far, actually, before I show the dream team list? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Good. Good. All right, so let's open this. Okay, can y'all see this? Dream team list? All right, so this is gonna be your new dream team list. Now listen to me, if you don't like it, it's fine, you don't gotta use it. But listen, if you're writing it down on a note card or you're plugging it in your little brain, it's time for us to get it together, all right? So this is the dream team list, and this is going to be for any customer that you have built a rapport with and communicated with effectively through amazing customer service, that you now are going to move to this dream team. Listen to me. Don't put people in your dream team list anymore that you don't have a relationship with. What? Yeah. I don't want you putting people on a dream team list just because they ordered and you think they'll be good. I used to do that. I used to just, they would be a great consultant. I'm going to write them on the dream team list. Chloe, you don't even know about her kids or her dogs. You don't even know what she does. You haven't even gotten her obsessed with the product. You don't know a thing about her. When you add to this list, I want it to be somebody that loves your customer service. I want you to know about their life. I want you to know their favorite products. That's why in the customer follow-up system I created, in that follow-up log, one of the questions is, what was their favorite scent when you're following up out of their order? That's important. You need to ask them what they love so you can sample them more of what they love so they can fall more in love and then want to be a consultant. So you're going to write their name down. And this is not a list. And sorry, I'm hot. Y'all know I get nervous when I train. This is where we're at. This is not a list too, where I'm going to say, hey, reach out to 5 people a week. We're done doing that. We're done limiting conversations. You should be having conversations with every customer building relationships with them, telling them about your referral programs if you do any. You've heard the training from week 2. I dig into that. You have signage on that. If you're not doing a referral program at this point in any way, shape, or form, or you're not sharing with your customers that they need to follow you on social media and tag their orders, then I don't know what to tell you. I shared those things because they work, right? What doesn't lie? Y'all tell me, if you've heard me say this, what do I always say does not lie? What does not lie when it comes to your business? So I'm going to say it again. Yes, Stephanie, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. That means if you're a leader and you're telling me you want to promote, but your PRV this month is $200, your numbers don't reflect that you want to promote, or your PRV would have been over $1,000 the 15th of the month. My PRV is $9,000 this month. Listen to what I'm saying. Start listening to people that are successful and do what they're doing. Do you understand? If you're not going to do that because of A, B, C, and D, well, I'll see you back in 2021 when you want to work your business. But if you want to be successful, you've got to look at the broad spectrum of all these consultants, especially within our group, that are doing the damn thing, okay? So you're going to write their name down. Step 1, and this, all these go along with the mountain. Does that make sense? Okay, all these go along with both mountains. They're kind of integrated. So you're going to put down step 1. Are they new? Are they a VIP? Are they a host? So you can see on mine, and this is a very intentional dream team list. Well, you may be able to see. I'll show it bigger. But I have literally, beside my first girl, she was new, and now she's a host. So the plan of attack for her is going to be the Earn a Kit. Okay, that's what I'm doing with her, is the Earn a Kit. And I'm sorry that's loud. That's my husband walking upstairs. She's going to do the Earn a Kit. This is going to go on YouTube. Can you not be up here making all the noise? Okay, great. So you're going to categorize where these people are going to go. Are they new? Are they a VIP? Are they a host? Number 2, communication method. So this actually, okay, yeah, that's right. So communication method, and this is not the one I need for y'all to have, actually. I want y'all to have this one, and I don't know why that did not, hang on. Y'all need this one, hang on. Ignore that. Let me find where my girl sent me the new one. So you are going to, with step 2, and thank y'all for hanging in there with me. The struggle's been real. All right. Do y'all have any questions while I'm getting this together? Any questions at all? No? All right. So let me email this to myself. This is the updated one. So I'm so sorry if you've already printed it off. If you're on YouTube, you guys are going to get the correct one, because I'll put the correct one in the drive. But let me pull up this other one. I don't know why that one pulled up. So you are going to, there we go. Where did all my stuff go today? Okay, there we go. All right. Let me pull up this new one. There we go. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Okay. There it is. All right. So, okay, can y'all see that? Give me a comment if y'all can see that. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so so it's the same thing. It's just, it's a little easier to understand. So customer name, you're going to categorize them. Next step is communication. How are you communicating with them? Even if there was multiple forms. So did it start on Insta means Instagram, FB means Facebook, then text, then call. Guys, use them all, okay? A lot of mine are starting on Instagram that are new customers, and then it's gonna move to a text because they're gonna get my number. I don't do this whole Facebook. If you were telling your customers to contact you through Facebook Messenger, but you haven't gotten their phone number, you're doing it wrong. You need to make sure your customers have your number so you can give excellent customer service and not Facebook customer service. I know that's hard to hear, but I'm trying to help you understand how to build relationships with these people. It's not going to just be by keeping them on Facebook. They need to have your number. All right, next step. When did you contact them? When? So on here, on mine, I literally have when I contacted my first girl, okay? And for step 2, I have offered free and half off shared story. I have earn a kit right here because she's doing an earn a kit party. So she has a party. Step 3, you're going to hostess coach or kit coach. Hostess coach if they're doing the earn a kit coach if there's the $99 kit or a join special from Scentsy. Number 4, you're being intentional. You are being intentional, whether that is about, intentional is for both hostess and kit coaching. You're going to be intentional about what did you send them in the mail or when are you getting on the phone. Don't think that you can send somebody info in the mail and say, okay, well, let me know if you have any questions. I used to do that. Don't do that. It needs to be, hey, when this comes in the mail, let me know when you can get on the phone. We can chat. Okay? That's the difference. That's called building a connection. That's called building a rapport. That's called they know that she's taking her business seriously. She's not just saying, enjoy your mail that I spent $2 to mail or $3 to mail with all that stuff in it, and then let me know if you have questions. That's not what we need to do. We need to make sure we're being intentional. Dropping hints with step 4. When they have that party, you're dropping those hints as they're sending you their order forms or as those website orders are coming in, and you're dropping hints about, hey, got another order. Your host base is up to $300 now, girl. Just wanted to let you know. If you wanted to get paid off these orders, and if you wanted these to be your customers that you've reached out to anyways and sent the link, they can be yours and you can get paid off of it. You're dropping hints. You're while they're excited, while they're getting those orders. Step 5, you're sealing the deal at the close of the party, whatever party form that is, or when you're following up. That's why there's 2 different things. So close of the party, that's going to be for the earn a kit. Follow up is going to be when you followed up and gotten them on the phone. When you get them on the phone, boom. Step 5, if that's you and you know I need to get these people on the phone, that's where you're going to write it. And step 5, continued. If they said no, why? Just keep it simple. If they said no, why? Not right now. If they went MIA, write MIA. If they said, because of this, write that down. You need to make sure that even if they say no, that number 1, you're making them comfortable in their no. I had a host last night, y'all. She has, and I'm gonna get out of this. Are y'all good on this? Do y'all have questions about the dream team list? When you print it, print front and back, okay? That way you have 2 sheets at a time, okay? And it needs to be something that you're continuously adding to as you have a great follow-up system and as you are following up with your customers, all right? You're gonna add to it. Charlene, steps 2 to 4, are you dating it or writing notes? Let's see. Oh, I'll show you mine. I'll show you what I'm writing. I'm kind of writing notes. I'm writing like little notes down. Because here's the deal. You want to do all of this as soon as possible. You get what I'm saying? So if it is this date, so look at date contacted, okay? So you've categorized them, you've communicated with them, you've reached out to them, depending on what kit, if it's the earn a kit or the 99, you have that relationship with them. You're going to give them the options, whatever they choose. You're going to put the date that you contacted them, and if you sent join info to them, and then steps 2 to 5, they're really going to kind of correlate as you do the party, or like when, for example, Charlene, if you send info to them, okay, which you should, if they're interested in joining, you always want to send something. When you send them info as soon as they get it. So like step 3 would be kit coaching. So when they get that stuff in the mail, that would be something you're doing on the phone. So when they get that stuff in the mail, or if they just want to get on the phone, whenever you contact them, that's when you're going to figure out, okay, I would love to just chat with you on the phone and tell you a little bit about Scentsy and kind of what it's done for me and what it can do for you. Would you also like me to send you some info beforehand so you can kind of know what's going on? And I do always send a full catalog. I forgot to say that because there's a hostess reward sheet in the catalog, and there is the compensation plan. And I want them to have a full catalog. So when I am talking with them, they can look at that. All right. So again, there's not going to be this timeline numbers thing anymore on recruiting. Okay. There's not, because what's going to happen is it's very different based off every situation. So just think, you want to, as soon as possible, get them excited. Send them some fun mail. Send them some info on Scentsy, or send it virtually. Okay. Send them the Why Scentsy video. We made that for y'all. That video is for y'all. So why more people are not using that, I don't really know. But the Why Scentsy video can really, really shift people's decision in joining a business. So I hope that made sense, Charlene, but literally it's like, depending on the date contacted, and if you sent info, or if you sent them a party, or if they're doing an online party, then you're going to move over to steps 2 through 5, and you're going to move along with whatever their choice was, or whatever you sent them. As soon as they get that in the mail, though, if you're sending them something, get them on the phone. But there's not like a, hey, 1 week, 1 month, 3 month. I'm over that. I don't want to do that anymore. When we follow up, you need to be as intentional as possible. And this dream team list should be something that's literally right in the front of your planner. So this is the first thing that I look at when I open my planner. So I can be like, okay, so I contacted this one, 424. I'll pull this up big. So I contacted this girl, 424, about the Earn a Kit. And then step 2, offered free and half offs. I offered the kit. And then step 3, I kit coached, because I wanted her to know, which that sounds a little weird, but she was a gifted kit. So meaning that she was a VIP, right? She was a VIP, and she decided that she wanted to buy from herself. So I had a kit when I closed my own party, and that's what happened. She paid for her $59 kit. All right, step 4, being intentional and dropping hints. I wrote here paid off orders. That's what she wants. So being intentional in step 4 to me with this one meant she wants to get paid off her orders. Step 5, seal the deal at the close of the party follow-up. Check. I just checked it. Sealed the deal, boo, because she joined. Joined 424. Okay. And then let's see. This one, Kristen, I sent her info on 423. When I sent her info, I said to her, hey, when this comes in the mail, me and you are going to have a glass of wine together, and we're going to FaceTime, and we're going to go over this. Okay? Intentional. I'm already being intentional about that. So you can use these boxes. You can check them. You can write little tips in them about what you do or what you send to them. But you need to make sure that you understand that this dream team list starts with a customer. These aren't random people. We're not going to write down people on a dream team list anymore that are random people that we're going to connect with and tell them about our business. And I know it's hard to hear because you've never been trained on that, right? We've always been trained, okay, they would be really good because they're a teacher or a nurse, or because they're great at multitasking. Okay, well then why don't you help them fall in love with the product first? Why don't you build a relationship with them? Why don't you start following them on social media and commenting on some of their photos? Why don't you get to know these people? So when they buy from you and they see that your customer service is excellent, and they see that you have a great killer follow-up system and you're taking care of them, then when you send some info in the mail with your follow-up order mail, everybody should be sending a customer something when they order online. You're able to put something in there like the image I created or one that you want to create, and you literally can go off of that. Hey, did you see? You would have got paid $30 off that order, girl. You're dropping hints. So when you start doing things like that, then you need to think, I need to put her on my dream team list, or I need to put him on my dream team list. And then you're going to decide, okay, am I going to go the Earn a Kit alley up the mountain that way, or are we just going to talk about the 99? And you need to tell that to the person. Hey, I'm reaching out to you about this because, but don't do that blindly. You need to have a relationship with them. My newest recruit, the reason that she even wanted the Earn a Kit was because she trusted me and she knew that what I was saying was true. She knew that I wasn't going to screw her over. And I want y'all to understand that to a lot of people, they don't understand what direct sales is. They don't understand that that Scentsy is different, right? That it's not this weird pyramid scheme where only the people at the top make money. That it's not this weird thing to where, you know what I mean? There's only like a certain amount of people who do well. No, everybody who has the ability to breathe can sell Scentsy and can be successful. And so do y'all have any questions at all? And yes, what Stephanie said, you know, if they love the product, they're going to want to join. Guys, this is why we sample. If you haven't bulk sampled, then we don't need to be talking about a dream team list. You need to learn how to run a customer service business. Your business should be customer service driven. You want people saying, oh my gosh, Chloe Cox delivers the best customer service. Quit thinking that you don't need to do it. Quit thinking that you just need to, you know what I mean? Like, the more that you do in your business, the more you're going to get rewarded in your business. Building a recruit, climbing that mountain with them, it takes intentional effort. It's not this, okay, I'm going to make that's why I literally hated all the other dream team lists. You can't just decide that somebody should be on your dream team list that you don't even have a relationship with. You should know if they're a VIP. Ooh, you should. A lot of y'all don't even know who your VIPs are. You should know, okay, how many times have they hosted before? You should know, okay, if they're new, I have some new ones on here. But the reason that they're on there is because they were so excited when I sent them their first samples after they ordered, because I always send a picture. They literally were like, I am so obsessed with this, da-da-da. And then I voice texted some of them because I was like, it feels right. I'm going to voice text them. They started voice texting me back. And then before you know it, I was like, you know what, girl? You would be a freaking killer Scentsy consultant. I know that I just met you. I know that you don't know me that well, but I would love to send you some info. I felt it like we already had a relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's not this timeline. It needs to be real, right? It needs to be like a flow. Like, it needs to be like, okay, like you're almost not dating somebody, but it's like, first you meet randomly for coffee, and then they get to hear about your life, and then y'all connect, and then you can get them interested in, you know, different things aside from Scentsy. You know, there's a lot there. One of the most recent people that ordered off my website, because I always ask how they found me, she literally said, I found you on Instagram. My Instagram is public. I highly recommend y'all make yours public as well if you would like to grow your business. If you do not want to, I don't need your reason why. I'm just giving you advice. So she said, I found you on Instagram. She's in California, by the way. She was like, I found you, and I just loved how motivational and positive you were in your stories. Guys, quit selling Scentsy to people and share your life. Share who you are. Share the good, share the positive, share the real. They are joining under you. Quit looking at other people in Scentsy that you think have it all together, and they're these recruiting bosses and whatever, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. If you do the hard work and you recruit this way, I'm going to tell you right now, May will be the best and biggest month in your recruiting life, because you're going to do it the right way. We have to stop sponsoring people because we haven't hit a goal at the end of the month. Let me say this again. We have to stop sponsoring people because we haven't hit a goal for ourselves. There's many leaders on here, and y'all ain't sponsored a freaking soul this month. But now it's the end of the month and you're scrambling. That's not how it goes. Sponsoring is a lifestyle. Sponsoring is something that leaders do. Sponsoring is something, even if you're an essential consultant on here, you can do it too, boo, and you can triple promote in 1 month. Sponsoring is something that you need to be making a plan for. Sponsoring is something that every time you follow up with somebody after they order on your website, again, that's why I created the customer follow-up form. 24 hours, you need to be sending them a text. Thank you so much for your order. How did you find me? I'm going to send you some samples in the mail in a few days. 72 hours later, you're sending them thank you mail. You're finding them on social media. Guys, this is important. Too many of y'all are just using Maven, and you're texting these people and you're like, thank you, bye. You're not going to build a rapport. I get it. It takes time to build a rapport with these people. It takes time to build a relationship. But listen, they're joining you. They can join anybody. Why would they want to join you? Are you being an excellent recruiter? Or are you being just somebody who's acting reactively because you haven't hit a goal at the end of the month? Or are you just acting reactively because you wrote down you wanted to sponsor a couple people this month, so you're just going to go through your old customers and you're going to text them? No. It literally is something, I want you guys to listen to me. This will change your business. It will change your life. It will change your income. You cannot skip step one. You must build a relationship with these people. They are more than a freaking order history number. They are more than that. And the sooner that you figure that out, and the sooner you take the time to realize, listen, recruiting is not this, oh, go on my website and join. It's not what it is. That's not what it is. I've never cared about the number. That's why this month, yeah, my stool is off balance. My sales are really high and my sponsoring is really low. But guess what Chloe did? Chloe made new systems for PRV and for sponsoring. So May's going to be freaking fire. And May can be fire for every one of y'all if you put those things into place. But listen to me, getting on this training and hopping off and not doing a dang thing is not going to help. Too many people are watching trainings, but they're not acting on their business. You need to put these things into place and know that, yes, you're going to hear a ton of no's. You're going to hear a lot of people say no, and that's fine. When they say no, make them feel comfortable. I've trained y'all on that. Have them feel comfortable in their no. It's okay. I said no like 8 times. But if you're not asking and you're not sharing this blessing with them, because you should know how it's going to bless them because you're building a relationship with them, if you don't know, like, they're not even going to be good recruits. You know what I mean? Like, you need to just make sure, and this is the last thing I'll end it with, your direct workflow and the way that you work this business is a reflection of your paycheck. And I'm never going to be the leader that's going to say, and I can tell you right now, some of my best friends I've been voice texting today, and I'm going to be honest, it's been a horrible day. My anxiety's been 100. I'm so behind. There's so much I want to do. But you know what I did? I put my head down and I got to work and I followed up with customers. I trained a new recruit. I'm working with another earn-a-kit. I'm doing this training. If you want to succeed, do the hard work. There is no shortcut to being successful in this business. Director, star director, superstar director, those are great. Super proud of everybody that's promoted, but that's a title. You know what I look at? I look at your work ethic. I look at how you're leading from the front. When I look at leaders, I don't care what their team's doing. I care what that leader's doing. If you're a minimalist, listen to me. If you're a minimalist right now in your business and you're a leader, it's time for you to step it up. Because the second you step it up and the second you show your team, this is what I'm doing, what are y'all doing? You're going to show them the kind of leader that they can be. And you're going to show them the work it takes. Do the hard work. Start building relationships with these customers, guys. Be intentional. Know about the kits. Have the info printed out about the kits. We have all of that in week 3. It's literally like, here, come to the table and eat. And some of y'all still haven't even made a daggone join packet. Some of y'all still haven't even used the customer follow-up system, and you know you ain't using Maven. Quit acting like because you got the app you're using Maven. And I'm saying that because I used to have the app and I was like, oh yeah, I use Maven, but that app hadn't been open in 3 weeks because I was so overwhelmed because I got so behind. And if you know me, you know my phone goes off all day and I couldn't stand being attached to my phone. So if Maven doesn't work for you, get off of it. Do the other follow-up system. Do something. If your current recruiting is not working for you, try this. I want you guys to give it a solid try. I want you to start with your current customers. Start with your customer base and make sure you're taking excellent care of them. Don't jump into recruiting before you have your customer service and your PRV nailed. Your PRV should literally come in, boom, easy, $2,000 a month. If you're struggling with $2,000 a month, I really want to encourage you to take a step back, master PRV, right? Master that first leg of success. Every one of you should have the 3 legs of success printed out. We have this in the Google Drive, and you should be mastering every single leg. If you've not mastered PRV, we don't need to be doing recruiting. Yes, have a dream team list so you can start adding to this list once you build your customer service. But I want you to understand, and this is specifically for leaders, we have got to quit acting like we're a title, right? Oh, I'm an SSC. I'm a star consultant. I'm this and I'm that. I don't care what your title is. Let's talk about your work ethic. Let's talk about how you're leading from the front. Let's talk about how you're doing the hard stuff. So if you're struggling in PRV, I want y'all to go back to PRV. I want you to master your PRV. I want you to listen to the trainings from Guide to Growth. I want you to get a really good follow-up system, and I want you to master it. And what's going to happen, it gets me so excited. What's going to happen when you master that PRV is customers are going to be obsessed with you as their consultant. They're literally going to be like, I don't want anybody else because you're the best. That means they trust you. So then you can add them to your dream team list. And then you can have those conversations about the Earn a Kit or the $99 kit. And then you can follow that chart. So do y'all have any questions, or is there any confusion about anything that I said at all? Do you guys like it? Do you think it's going to work for you? Are y'all going to give it a try? Give me some comments. Who was going to use this system? Do y'all have any questions? Any questions? And no questions? I'm going to give y'all a second. And I'm looking at all these promotions right now. Man, got a lot of people promoting that I'm looking at right now. Gets me so excited. All right, good. I'm so glad that you guys are going to give it a try. I'm so glad that, you know, this is the thing too. When you have a leader that trains you, okay, and I'm very different than a lot of other leaders, right? I don't do fluff. I don't have time for that mess. Anytime I say stuff to y'all, I don't say it because I want to criticize you. I say it because I want to challenge and change you. And a lot of people have never had anybody in their life. Why am I getting emotional? A lot of people have never had anybody in their life that's challenged them. A lot of you have never had anybody in your life who's challenged you. You've never had anybody in your life who's wanted you to do better. And that's what I want. That's my goal with this group, with this family of groups, right? My goal is to make it to where you can't say you couldn't succeed. That's a bunch of bullshit. Sorry if y'all have kids, but it is. My goal is to help change every single life in this business so you can have the life you deserve. And I'm telling you right now, sponsoring and building a relationship with these people you sponsor, so then when they join, they freaking listen to you. That's going to change your business. PRV is a step in the door. PRV is where we find these categories. So follow the system. Follow my system all the way from PRV and use those PRV systems. Even if you use Maven, you need the bulk sample form, because I know y'all ain't recording the bulk samples for freaking sure. And you need the customer mail out form. I know Maven does it, but listen to me. Guys, come on now. You know what I mean? Just because you're logging something into Maven, that doesn't mean it's being intentional if you're not using it the right way. So let's be honest with ourselves. Let's grow the right way. Let's set foundations, right? That's what Guide to Growth is all about. We want to set a foundation for your business. So I'm going to stop the recording. All right, stopping the recording. And